Bibby will try again.
James, recognizing nobody's there, has an appointment with the basketball and finishes it emphatically.
Joel Embiid.
Oof.
He's definitely good at basketball. And in this episode of one of our putback videos, we've got to discuss the reigning MVP from the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid, who's having a stellar campaign, and we've got to discuss it here. My name is Slimo. I'm with Teddy today for another interesting episode. We've got to put the whole of Embiid season so far into the limelight. We've got to discuss how Embiid is doing it, man. I think last year when he won the MVP, people were having doubts. People were saying it's a fraud MVP. It should have been to Jokic. But this year, I think he's just kind of reminded us that, like, Charlie,
it's him.
It's supposed to be him. But I think Embiid, when you look at facets of his game last year, regarded as one of the best scorers in the league, won the scoring title. It seems like he's going through that same wavelength, and he's even bettered his game in the assist department. He's finding his guys as well,
really
defending very, very well. So Embiid has just taken his game to another level. But the main limelight is over their past few games, where in the last one against the San Antonio Spurs, against, of course, one of the best prospects over the last few years, Victor Wembanyama. And what a way to just welcome Wembanyama to the league. First time they met, dropped 70 on him.
70 piece.
70 points. Well, I know it's nowhere near the 100 points that Will Chamberlain said, but this is 70 points.
In modern NBA.
We don't see that a lot. I think last year we saw Donovan Mitchell also hit 70, Damian Lillard also hit 70, but this season, fresh, the first time anybody has hit 70, Joel Embiid. Talk us through what you've seen so far from the Cameroonian star who is saying he's going to play
he's no more a Cameroonian star. He's now
an American star.
Yes.
Okay, we'll take it.
It's amazing how he has evolved. And I said this before, that when he was with Harden, we saw how Harden was complementing his game and how he stepped up when he was playing with Harden. So with Harden leaving, I thought maybe his game was going to depreciate.
People kind of attributed that success, his MVP success to Harden, because it was like Harden unlocked that MVP
a whole lot of, because we were seeing Embiid doing double step backs like Harden. So it was like he was learning, he was understudy. And then this season when Harden left, I thought maybe his game would depreciate in a sense, but then he has moved to an even greater height. Now, if you want him to shoot three, if you need him to shoot threes, he's there. Jab, shoot three, just like Kevin Durant, 1-2 dribble. Two dribble pull-ups, one dribble pull-ups. He's doing it on one leg. He's doing it just like Kevin Durant. If you want on the defense, he's giving you like Olajuwon. Like, what do you want from him?
Everything.
That he cannot
he's
do.
got everything.
And there's a facet to his game now that he has learned. And I've been saying this, that if you are not an intelligent player, you cannot sleep at the free throw line. Look, if it's easy, why aren't some of the players doing it? That's baiting fouls.
Foul baiting. Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. Like an example I gave with the Şengün thing. Şengün was on Embiid for the whole night, and then he had his hand behind him. Because if you put your hand in a cookie jar, he is going to punish you. He's going to punish you. And most players are aggressive. Most perimeter defenders and most centers are aggressive now. And they always want to be close to you. And once you are close to him, he sweeps, he jabs. Once your hand is out, he baits. And then now he's getting a foul and he's making it. That's the amazing thing about him right now.
Joel Embiid, I think in that matchup against Wemby, before the game, even at the pre-conference, in fact, the pre-interview with Greg Popovich, it was like, what have you told Wemby to do against Embiid to just slow him down? It was like, well, this hammering, it was rather Embiid on Wemby. And with the first possession, just kind of bumped into Wemby, showed him who's the big dog here. Now, Embiid can play big if he wanted to. And with Teddy speaking of foul baiting, I just think because he's a 3-level scorer now, in the mid-range, from 3, in the post, he can't do it. So it's just making guys now even fear. Even with Wemby, baited them several times in the last few games. Embiid averaging over 15 free throws per game. Over the last few games, averaging over 40 points per game. That's how great Joel Embiid has been. Now, there's the narrative, of course. Every superstar in the NBA has got a narrative. We know there's the reason why you're playing in the NBA. You want to go all the way and then win the championship. And for Joel Embiid, it's always the second round case.
Sure.
Always being beaten in the second round. I think this year, if he's able to get past that second round, maybe make an Eastern Conference final, hopefully maybe makes the NBA finals. I don't know if they can go all the way though, but at least make that second round. I think people will start putting a lot more respect on the MVP thing. But what do you think the Sixers must just do to maybe, just maybe, get over that second round curse? I will call it for now. Embiid just can't get past.
First of all, it's always been injuries for Embiid, because he is the hub of the team, because every play runs through him. He has to get a touch on every play. That's Embiid.
Yeah, it's really like Jokic.
And when he's out, it's like there's a big piece out missing from their games. And when he needs to be healthy. He needs to be healthy come playoffs. And there's...
But I remember last year against the Celtics, he had knee problems. Couldn't play some games. Needed Harden to go to remind us of the Houston days before they could win some games.
It puts too much pressure on the other stars on the team, because they can't produce to that kind of level that he brings.
And this will be the first time that Maxey will play in the playoffs with such pressure
so
on
he
him,
needs him
being the second guy. So Embiid definitely needs to alleviate the pressure. But now you have to take into context. I think every contender has that kind of third star that they go to when they Tobias Harris. We are seeing him playing so well in the regular season. He needs to translate that into the playoffs. It has to come, at least give them maybe 19 points per game. Be great on defense, because on a given night, when they are guarding the wings, usually it's Tobias Harris that because Embiid is guarding the bigs. Maxey, even though he's small, doing what he can with the guards. But for the wings and the forwards, it's always Tobias Harris. So even if he's not good on the offensive end, on the defensive end, he's going to be coming up against the likes of Tatum, Middleton, Brown, in some situations, maybe even Pascal Siakam, Jimmy Butler. So he has to be good enough to be able to get the Sixers all the way back. I think now Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and then maybe Giannis are the three candidates for now as the MVP.
And it's so crazy. I have the stats here from Second Spectrum. The only 6 players to average 33 points per game in the NBA. We have Harden, we have Kobe, we have MJ, we have Rick Barry, we have Will Chamberlain, and then we have Embiid. Like, these names are names that when you mention in NBA, everyone puts respect on their name, and he has solidified his name in there, because he's averaging 35 points per game this season, which is crazy. Like, it's
I think around 12 rebounds as well.
It's unheard of, and he's having himself an historic season. It's so amazing. It's so amazing what he's doing.
It's crazy. So are you saying if we end the league today, Joel Embiid MVP?
There's also this factor where health. Him not playing,
because now there's a new rule. You have to play 65 games or more, and he's already missed
11 games, I think he has missed 11 already, and it looks like he's going to miss more. He was interviewed after the Spurs game, and he said he's not concentrating on winning the MVP, but he wants to go all the way. So it looks like he's not really concentrated on winning the MVP. If it comes, fine, but then it looks like he will miss more matches.
Well, we'll see what the Philadelphia 76ers can do with Nick Nurse already proving to us that he's a championship caliber coach. We are seeing Tyrese Maxey elevating his game, but behind their superstar.
And their pieces. They have amazing pieces.
With the whole team, I think Kelly Oubre has done well. Batum, Covington, Patrick Beverly also amazing doing well. Can the Sixers get over that second round hump and then make Joel Embiid, all the narratives go away from him? We'll see if Embiid can do that. But this season, stellar performances so far. Are you impressed with what Embiid has done so far? If we end the league today, that's the question I'll be leaving you with. If we end the league today, is Joel Embiid your MVP? Let me know in the comment section for that one. Put back, boys. We are out for this one. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this one, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave the post notifications, leave them on, because as and when we release the videos, you'd want to get into them. My name is Slimore. Teddy and I did this one. Another interesting episode. Joel Embiid, is he your MVP? Bye for now.